Hello, beloveds, and welcome to this message of the Golden Rose. The Golden Rose is an ancient lineage connected with Hathor, Mary Magdalene, Isis. This is connected to the Magdalene lineage. And this is like what we're learning and teaching in our mystery school in May and as we move forward, because it's an Isis Magdalene mystery school. You can join us. We would love to have you. I'll talk more about that a little later. But this was coming through so strong, and about a year and a half ago, I kept having visions of golden roses, and come to find out, the golden rose is symbolic of Hieros-Gamos union. It's representative of very high levels of frequency, and it's representative of when you've reached a level through initiations where you reach the golden rose frequency, I guess, is what I would say, where you're actually embodying, like you're the rose embodied. So bear with me. If you guys are new here, I'm Erica, psychic medium, oracle, prophetess. I am a priestess of the Magdalene, Isis, Hathor lineage. Like many of you guys, this is straight up for divine feminine women. If you are a masculine tuning in, there could be messages here for you also. But I could also be talking about your divine feminine. You know who your divine feminine is, okay? So keep that in mind. But this is for the women. This is for the divine priestess women. Okay. Golden rose code. So bear with me, you guys, because I have some channeled messages. I'm just going to try to read through them to kind of bring through this message. And then I will pull some cards, and then we will end the message. Golden rose codes. This is connected with Hieros-Gamos. This is connected with divine union, inner divine union, and then an outer divine union also, like beloved union. It also is SEX magic. Lineage of the golden rose. What is it? It's a divine feminine legacy of sacred creation and erotic remembrance. Erotic remembrance. Before our temples and before the mystery schools fell and their secret teaching, there's like basically all of our secret teachings and their secret teachings were stolen. So like before the temples fell, before the sacred teachings were stolen and blasphemized by those who feared their power, the patriarch, the men, the church. That's what they did because they knew our power. And so what did they do? They stole it. And then they twisted it up and used it as their own. Before all of this, there was the lineage of the golden rose, the highest initiation of the temple. The golden rose and this lineage carries the original codes of sacred erotic embodiment. The remembrance that desire is divine and pleasure is a portal. Okay, so remember that. Your desire is divine. Because we've been conditioned and programmed to feel shame around desire, sensuality, pleasure. Like, you know, it was called sin. It's been called sin. And it couldn't be farther from the truth. So this is the moment. And the reason why you're here watching this right now is because there's a solid chance that you are connected to the golden rose lineage and to the Magdalene lineage and connected with Isis Hathor. Okay? Whether it was mystery schools and temples in Egypt, Avalon, Spain, Turkey, Greece, France, it doesn't matter, okay? So this is the remembrance of sacred erotic embodiment, and that desire is divine, pleasure is a portal, and that creation itself is an act of lovemaking between the 5D and the 3D, between spirit and matter. So this is where you guys are at right now. So this is that, like, these are messages to help initiate even more, to help you open and activate and remember even more. Okay? A lot of you women right now, a lot of us, we are having Kundalini awakenings. We've had our crown chakra awakening. That started our awakening in our crown. And that was to reconnect to our holy consciousness, our soul consciousness, the 5D realms. And to literally remember our crown, to remember our holy, divine, royal selves, right? And now our awakening in this next level of your ascension is all about the lower chakras, the womb. The womb is a portal, and channeling our sexual energy into creation and using and honing in on our desires and our pleasure in all forms, whether that's sexually or, you know, through art or through sound and music or channeling or this or whatever, right? This was the lineage of priestesses who remembered how to birth worlds through frequency and form. Priestesses who did not fear their fire. They danced in it. Initiates who would, I have to, because this is like really, it's like chicken scratch, so bear with me, you guys. Like I have to like figure out my own writing because I was writing so fast. So this lineage is about, the golden rose is like the priestesses who remember, the priestesses who were not afraid of their fire. They were living embodiments of pleasure, of love, of passion, fire, ecstasy, like all these things, okay? And this is the moment where these things are activating inside of you, inside of us, right? Like you've been dormant, you've been celibate, you've been in the hermit, you've been in the cave, you've been alone, you've been in isolation. And right now what's unfolding is your new life, the new you, the new reality that is a reflection of your new self, because you're this new like rebirth priestess. You aren't who you were last week or last year, or you know what I mean? So you've risen up and now your reality is starting to transform and to reflect that back to you. So it's like new realities, new abundance and manifestations coming in, but it's a mashes, and everything that's happening is all connected with this energy here. So initiates who could call, so the initiates, they could call down the heavens with just their breath. The priestesses who sang open the veils between dimensions and who anointed kings. Hold on. Priestesses who anointed kings and birthed soul-led children to carry forth destined divine frequencies. Like right now we're in this golden age. That means the children being birthed by these women, you, priestesses, they are golden children of new earth. And the same for back then, like the golden ages of Atlantis or Egypt, or you know what I mean? They embody nothing but truth. These priestesses, you. And when I talk about the priestesses, I'm talking about you. Like your past selves, your past lives, your ancestors, your ancestry. Okay? I am self-loving and nourishing my body as much as I can right now because my body has been going through so much, because I am also, I'm in the frequency of the golden rose. I'm coming into divine union. I've coming into divine union with myself. Because there's been plenty of times where my ego was like, over the years, my ego was like, okay, I'm ready. Where's my divine masculine? Like, I did the work. I'm in union with myself. And it was my ego. I was totally, like, I literally believed that I was ready, you know? But there was something inside me also that knew, well, if it's not happening, then, you know, because it'll happen when I'm ready. I look back at these versions of myself, even from like 6 months ago or a few months ago, you know, and I look back at her and I'm like, wow, like she got me here, but she was not ready. She wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. And that's like what this priestess, the golden rose lineage, like these priestesses embody nothing but truth. Through a simple breath, they could pull down and call down the heavens through their words. Priestesses who sing and work with sound and music and frequencies, they are so powerful. If that's you, listen, I don't know what it is, but people like will get it in their heads. Hold on. People will get it in their head, you know, that, you know, you have to be like me, like an oracle, or work with divination like this, or do readings. Like, priestesses of sound were like so insanely important in the temples, okay? And especially in the Golden Rose lineage. So like in the Magdalene lineage, there's different rose frequencies, I guess. Like some women may resonate with the red rose. Some women may resonate as the blue rose. Some women may resonate as the pink rose, you know, or the white rose. But the golden rose is like, it's like the highest form of initiation in the temple, basically. You know, like when you are the golden, when you reach, like when you're going through like the golden rose initiations, it's brutal, very brutal, because the higher the level of, you know, priestess in the temple, the more initiations you've gone through, the more brutality of breaking down the ego you've gone through, right? So the women here who are watching this, like, you guys have been going through these insane initiations. Is everyone having the golden rose activations? Probably not. I wish every single person seeing this was in that place, but it is a frequency. It is a frequency, and it literally is like, basically like when you've reached golden rose level, kind of, right? It's like, you know that you have come into union with yourself. You know that you are now entering divine union with your beloved divine king and divine masculine too. So that's why this message came through so strong. This wasn't me being like, I think I'm gonna talk about golden rose. It was literally, it came through like just message after message after message after message, you know? So what that means, because I'm a vessel, I'm a channel, I'm a conduit, I'm an oracle for the collective, the golden rose priestesses came through and they shared a lot of information because they knew that I was going to bring it to you, and that this would be confirming for you and activating for you and healing for you, because this is all about the remembrance. Like, we aren't here to relearn, okay? Like, there's a lot, we are students of life. So are we learning a lot about ourselves, about the earth, about all the things? Yes. But literally, it's more than anything just remembrance. It's you just waking up and remembering. So these priestess initiates could call down the heavens with just their breath. These priestess initiates, using their voice, their throat chakra, their sacred song and sound, they would open veils and portals between dimensions using their throat, using their voice. These are priestesses who anointed kings and birthed these soul-led children. They embodied nothing but truth. They spoke and sang only in frequencies that awakened and realigned the DNA. They danced. Dancing, you guys. Dancing. Like, I can't ever stress this enough. And like, I talk about it a lot. Breath work. Connecting with sound. Connecting with like the frequency, like using your voice, like your voice, your throat is a powerful portal of manifestation. The priestesses danced in ways that would literally activate and evolve planetary grids. These priestesses made love and loved in ways that resurrected forgotten deities, gifts, memories, codes. The golden rose is a current of energy. See, it's a frequency. It's a current of energy. A sacred harmonic field of divine inheritance. And this frequency, this current of the golden rose, it wove its way through Lemuria, Atlantis, Egyptian temples of Hathor, Isis, spiraling through the Magdalene mysteries, carrying the original codes of sacred erotic embodiment, the remembrance that desire is divine and that pleasure is a portal. This same golden rose frequency found its way through the temples of Isis, Sekhmet, Inanna, and more. You are here because you have held the flame of each. Meaning, like, you've held the flame at some point, or your ancestors did, of each of these goddesses, these temples, these teachings. You know what I mean? This memory, this current of frequency, the golden rose, it lives inside you. And it's active now. The golden rose is divine union of the highest spiritual levels. I'm trying to read my writing, guys. In one or more lifetimes, you were the high rose. Not just an initiate or a vessel. You were the rose flame embodied. Meaning, in at least one lifetime, which is why you're here. This is the whole point of why this was brought to you, why the golden rose priestesses like Hathor, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, Isis, Sekhmet, that's why they brought this message to you. They made this message find you through all space and time. Your higher self called it in because it needed to click into place for you to unlock something. This is an activation. If you are new here, my channel is a portal itself. My channel is a portal of truth, divine healing, activation. So when you come here and you receive and you watch any readings, like, that's what's happening. But especially in readings like this, okay? So this is golden rose activation. This is a golden rose activation message, a golden rose activation message of remembrance. So in one or more lifetimes, you were actually the high rose in the temple. This was not just an initiate or a vessel. You were the rose flame embodied. Hold on. I'm like, hold on. I'm losing myself. Hold on. Because I have all these pages. Hold on. Did I just confuse myself? I did. Hold on. Okay. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, here we go. I got it. Okay. So you were the rose flame embodied. You led a temple. Like, this is literal, you guys. Like, this was the message that came through. And again, like, is this going to be, this is a collective reading. Is this going to be for every single person? No, it's definitely not. But for a good majority of the energy here, who's, you know, of you guys, like, you were a high rose. Like, you embodied the rose flame. You were the living embodiment of it. And in this lifetime, you're remembering that. You're reawakening to that. It's like, I know I'm freaking powerful. And for many of you guys, like, you're connected to maybe other lineages and other, you know, sacred teachings and other maybe shamanic practices and things of that nature. But you've had at least one lifetime where you were initiating through the golden rose lineage and the golden rose initiations, and you made it to the high rose, which is full-blown rose flame embodiment, like Mary Magdalene or Mother Mary, like ascended master type shit. So you led a temple that stood between the worlds. And that's exactly, like, everything I'm talking about in this message. It's our mystery school that I'm running month to month right now. It's every 4 weeks. It's 111. You can join us at any time. We meet on Zoom every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time. There's a lot of people who join the mystery school who, like, live in different time zones and places of the world, or, you know, whatever, but they just tune in with the recording, and so they're there with us in real time when they do that. But it's so powerful, and it's such a beautiful, beautiful space and group of women. There has been a few men that joined us, but this month of May, like, no man is joined us. There's only women in it. But anyways, so if you want to join us for the next few weeks, we would love to have you. I will send you the first gathering that we had last week. This weekend is our second gathering. But like, let's say you signed up for like right now, right? You're signing up for 4 weeks. So that would actually take you into like the first week of our June mystery school, you know? So it's month to month, but if you sign up in the middle of the month, you're signing up for 4 weeks. So you would go from the middle of May to the middle of June, right? Okay. So anyway, so if you're here watching this and you're like, yeah, like I'm a priestess, I'm ready to open up more. Like, I feel like I need my sisters. I feel like I need a community. I feel like I need a place where I can share, talk, pray, learn, like dive into like the deep alchemies of this kind of stuff. Like, this is your place. Okay. So just email me. All my info and services in the description box also. So if you want to work with me one-on-one, maybe through a past life regression or an Akashic reading, my Akashic readings are very, very, very vivid, very detailed. Okay. So like if you book an hour, at least 3 different lifetimes will come through in the hour, and it's so cool. Quantum healing sessions. Then of course I do like regular psychic readings, mediumship readings, and I offer 20-minute event sesh, like things like that. Okay. So you led this temple that stood between worlds, meaning these temples are portals. Okay. Just like when we gather in our mystery school, that our temple is a portal, and there's power in numbers. The temples that you were like the high rose of, meaning like you were like beyond the initiate status, you were embodying that you were the high rose. So you would be the one teaching, way showing like the other initiates, okay? The temples were a convergence point, a 0 point energy, okay? These temples were also a place of sacred SEX and sound, where the oversoul beings could be basically brought into form, where oversoul beings could be brought into form. What does that mean? That means your higher self coming into form, meaning embodiment, meaning you anchored your higher self, your soul self into your body fully. Like, that's the whole point, right? But also that these temples were a place where we would literally call in deities or other, you know, star beings, and they could literally, through our frequency and through our portal of our temple and through all of us gathering, and you know what I mean? Like, we knew what to do, set our intention. We would literally open the space for divine beings to literally come through and materialize in front of us, that we could see not only with our third eye, but with our physical eyes. And you guys, this is not like some ancient history of like, oh, that's so cool. Oh, I wish I could do that now. That's so neat. Like, that's so cool that I did that in my past life. That's the whole point, is this is an activation of remembrance. Letting you know who you are, who you were, but who you are. More importantly than anything, who you are. Okay. So this is what you're waking up to now. Your body holds many portals, and your body is guiding you now. It has always known how to open dimensions. So like, our bodies are full of portals. Our chakras are portals. Our womb is a portal, like everything. Okay. And it's like our body is, listen to the body right now. The body is like telling you everything you need to know. The body's going through a lot. The body is ascending. The body is upgrading to hold more light, to hold higher frequency, to basically hold your oversoul, your soul, yourself. But the body has always known like how powerful it is, and that it's full of portals, and it can open literal dimensions to other worlds and realms. So this is the stuff that's opening up inside of you now. Like, you're going to start like knowing or remembering certain things, or how to open up a portal into another dimension, just by using sound bowls and certain tones or frequencies, things like that. Your voice and song is a rose key. Your womb is a Stargate temple and another rose key. Your throat chakra is a flame of the original erotic current of source. But our throats have been blocked and shamed and suppressed. So it's like, use your voice, use the rose key of your voice, the rose key of your heart. Like, use your throat as the portal that it is. Use your heart as the, you know what I mean? And let's see. In this lifetime, you don't come here to relearn. You come here to remember. You shall speak rose codes into being once more in a world that has been cut off and fully starved from true holy pleasures. So that's like your guidance too. It's like, it's literally like showering yourself in pleasure, doing things that bring you joy and pleasure, but also like physical pleasure, a sexual pleasure. Okay? I have to be really careful with what I say, but our bodies are very powerful. I'll just leave it at that, okay? But this is like all the stuff that we're learning and talking about in the mystery school. Like we're going way deeper. Like working with all this stuff. You know, Kundalini stuff, Tantra, like all these things. So you're here to literally activate and speak the rose codes into being once more, because they already live inside you. It's not something that someone's gonna teach you. It's if anything. Like me, I'm a divine teacher, but I'm a reflection in a mirror. So all I'm doing is I'm sharing information to help you people remember and activate to their own wisdom, to their own rose like key codes, to the golden rose codes. You're here to liberate other women from shame. You're here to trigger masculine toxicity and distortion. You're here to help assist and bring men back into their hearts, into their bodies, and out of separation. You're here to bring back the sacred fire of creation through love, through pleasure, through sex, through sound, and through song. This is when your sacred masculine will return, by the way. You're ready. You're ready. And your flame, you hold the flame heart of golden prophecy. And your flame heart of golden prophecy is activating and opening right this very moment. Okay? If your body feels all out of whack, if you feel like a lot of densities in your body, if you feel very like emotional, like your body is purging, your body is receiving and activating these currents of energy that are the golden rose, but also like, we'll just say in general, rose codes, others, past life soul activations, information from star systems or from your star, like past lives as like a Pleiadian or etc., right? So you're ready. Your flame heart of golden prophecy is fulfilling itself in this moment, but it's opening up in this moment too. The temple of the golden rose opens for you now. And so it is. That's everything I got from the channeling and the writing and all the things. And let's pull some cards. Okay, so where are we at? 28 minutes. Okay, yeah, I don't want this to be long. I just wanted to like come on and deliver the message and bring through the activations, bring through the healing, bring through the wisdom, bring through, you know, everything for you guys to remember even more. Like I said, this message itself is encoded with golden rose codes helping to activate, open, remember. And what's crazy is like the reason why this is coming through is because you guys are ready. Like it said, it's like your golden rose, like your heart flame, the rose flame within your heart is ignited big. It's like so much is opening right now. So much is happening. You're expanding way fast. Very accelerated. You're expanding out of your old paradigms, realities, even out of your, like, your body's expanding. So what that means is like the old things like stuck in the body, or old ways of eating or habits, or, you know, how you take care of yourself or your body. Like it's all like, it's being called to go away. And so new things can come in and happen, you know, like eating healthier, exercise, yoga, whatever, right? Okay. You're making space for all of this new light energy and basically crystalline technologies and golden rose key codes and things like that to open and activate. So we're going to start with, the Rose Oracle, since this is about the golden rose. And if there's a card in here, I think it's the Sun card, or it's like the Sun card, but it literally is a golden rose. And yeah, I need something to, but by the way, you guys, today I'm drinking, I made homemade There was a school bus that just drove by, because yeah, like school buses, I live in the country, so school buses drive by often, like, you know, on their route, picking up and dropping off the kids who live out in the country. Anyways, the number on the bus just now was 321. Blast out, like 321, it's like a countdown. Are you ready? Like, Mary Magdalene is right here. She's standing like right here, okay? And she's just holding space, but she literally was like, are you ready? Listen, Mary Magdalene is fun. Yeshua is fun. That's how, like, they could be very serious. They could be very, like, ascended master-ish and ethereal and, you know, very, like, all the things. But for me, like, they come through as brothers and sisters, as best friends, as confidants, as, you know, my soul familia. And she's right here, and she's like loving this talk because she's basically like, she's really emphasizing the whole, like, the womb and your reproductive organs and, you know, your lower regions of pleasure, okay? And she's like, people in your modern world, they get very embarrassed by this stuff. They feel shame because it's, like, that's why, like, people, like, they get embarrassed, like, you know, like women will not, like, some women will be very, like, some women will just take off, you know, they don't mind changing in front of each other, okay? They'll be like, I don't care, like, you know, we all have the same stuff, right? Like, who cares, right? But some women are very self-conscious. A lot of women, most women, and men too. But this is a priestess message for the women. And she's pointing that out. She's like, this is a moment where a lot of your old wounding that you've been storing in your womb, in your hips, in your lower regions, in your legs, in your feet, etc. This is directly connected to shame around your body, around your pleasure, around your eroticism, around your sensuality. You know, like the priestess is like, basically she's like, you know, like we had rituals and ceremonies, etc. in the temples where we were completely nude and naked, dancing, you know, in, what's the word? In unison, thank you, like in sync, like it was synchronized, like they would dance like in a synchronized, like trance state just through channeling and connecting. But there was plenty of times where they weren't naked, you know what I mean? But that's what she's pointing out. She's like, nowadays, like everyone holds such shame inside around their physical appearance. The collective societal, like, energies that you guys are used to, it's competitive. Like, it's, I want to be prettier than you, I want to have more money than you, it's competition everywhere. And it starts from a very young age, and especially now, like, you know, like for me personally, like I see like little girls who are like 3 or 4 years old, like they're taking like selfies, and like, you know, like when you go to take a picture, they, you know, they put their hand on their hip and pop their hip out all, you know, like trying to be all like sexy, like, you know, and it's like wild to me, you know, like it's totally different. So she's pointing that out, and she's like, this is a moment where this initiation, these activations, because you are, if you're here, the golden rose is divine union, meaning like you've reached a level, or you're coming into that, it's activating now, where you're coming into that inner union, like where you've balanced a lot of energy, you know, and so you're at this like 0 point, but you've come into divine union with self, and you're coming into divine union with your beloved. Like it's like they're like right here, like they're so close. Okay, so the first card here says the fertile void. Yeah, so this is where you've been. This is what I talked about. So it was like you've been in the womb, you've been in the darkness, you've been in the cave, you've been in this dark void, this fertile void, because it's a fertile void because it's not barren. It may feel like that while you're going through it, but it's not. You're actually planting seeds, and all this stuff is happening. So you've been in a place of rest. This is also guidance, like just rest, have patience, you know, take time for yourself as much as you can, you know, if you need to take a nap, take a nap. If you need to call in sick one day from work, do it. Like, you have to take care of your body and yourself right now because of what's coming in for you and what you're like starting to embody. It speaks of secret beginnings. So it's like stuff that you don't know, but it's happening. So let's go ahead and see. So secret beginnings. Like, just because you can't physically see it doesn't mean it's not happening, basically. But anyways, you guys, and then today I made a homemade hibiscus tea. I love hibiscus tea. And so I made the hibiscus tea, and then I took some frozen blueberries, and I poured it in the tea, and then I chopped up some watermelon and put it in the tea. And then I put it in my little Ninja blender. So I blended like the hibiscus tea, the frozen blueberries, and some watermelon, and it made this. And it's absolutely, it tastes so good. I added a little bit of honey. It tastes amazing, and it's so freaking good for you. So. And you can find hibiscus leaves pretty much at any like Mexican market. If you have any Mexican markets around you, near you. But then you can get them other places too, but just saying. Anyways, holy, oh my God. Y'all, look at this. Bottom of the deck is the reunion. And look at this after that, the Temple of the Rose. Look at all these goddesses here. These are your sisters. It's Magdalene, Isis, Hathor, like all the ladies, and Nana, like they're all showing up. Lady Nada, Lady Portia, they're all showing up here. They're like, we're working with you. Like, you've got it going on. You don't need to worry. Everything's working out for you. Remember that pleasure is a portal. And that literally the alchemical like dance that we do, as far as like 5D to 3D, like spirit and matter, like it said, it's like, that is lovemaking. Like you are, and so also, this is an invitation by the priestesses, by the temple, by your ancestors, by the goddess, and by you, your higher self, who is a part of all this. It's asking you to reconnect in a very intentional way to your pleasure center, to your eroticism, to your sensuality, because there's power there. And that's what this whole thing, like that's what she's talking about, or they're talking about. So you have this reunion. It's a reunion back to yourself. Again, golden rose, inner union, hieros gamos. But this also speaks, it's soul recognition, collaborations, partnerships, and friendships. So more of your sisters are coming together. Again, you guys, we would love to have you in our sacred mystery school and temple. Because this is like what it's all about, literally. I love it. But there's collaborations, partnerships, friendships, entering your life after being in this fertile void for so long. You have been in a place of inner winter, of darkness. That's how cycles move. Like, you're not just going to be in a euphoric state of like ecstatic bliss for your entire life. You're going to have moments of, the dark, of the shadow. And then the Temple of the Rose speaks of ancient power, expression. Again, there's that throat chakra, the throat portal. Using your song, your voice, and sound to literally open up other dimensions and portals, okay? It speaks of activation and scarlet codes. So scarlet rose codes, for a lot of you guys, are also opening and activating, but also the golden rose codes. The golden rose lineage and the golden rose codes are also activating. Thank you, priestesses and sisters. Mary Magdalene, who's standing over here. Thank you so much for this message today. And then see, it goes reverse. So these are the 3 cards that needed to be seen here. Let's just go ahead and pull a couple of these cards. Let's just see, like, for you guys, like, what's coming in for you. Look at that. Bottom of the deck is the Emperor. There's the Divine Masculine. There's that Divine King. Because, again, the Golden Rose codes and the Golden Rose activations, that means divine union. Inner union, outer union. Because, right, your reality is a reflection of what you have within, who you are, what your frequency is. So if you're in inner union, that means outer union is joining you. So for who this is for, you're about to come into a divine union, period, point blank. The golden rose literally is holy divine union. And that's why like I said, like a year ago, year and a half, I think it was like around like a year ago, but I was having all these visions. I was seeing golden roses everywhere. And it wasn't a vision about, for some people, I think I shared it, and I was like, for some of you guys, this is relevant. But what it felt like was these initiations and what's opening up and what you're going through, Erica, right? And so I knew that. I felt that. I was like, okay, so the golden rose, like this is an initiation that I'm starting to move through. Okay, cool, got it. And so it's like I've been activating my own golden rose codes and coming into that Hyros Gamos energy all year long. Like it's like a finalization almost to get to this point. And now I'm here. Now you're here. For many of you guys, you're here too. And that's why we're about to have this reunion of soulmates and twin flames and all that. Okay? The Temple of the Rose. I saw 444. Okay, what's this first card? Oh my, it's a star card. You guys, the star card is coming out in like every single message. I even posted it in my Instagram stories like yesterday or the day before. The hard stuff is done. Okay, so the inner winter, the darkness, this fertile void, it's done. Now you're going to see the fruits of your labor. This is the fruits of your labor here. So another confirmation for you guys who are tuning in. Divine timing, the star card. This is also Queen of Swords energy, but it's like wishes being fulfilled. It's divine alignment. It's resurgence and renewal, and the stars have aligned. So something very beautiful. And remember, I saw that bus 321. Something is happening. Big activations. Like the golden rose message means like you're here, you made it, and now you need to step further into this embodiment and become more fully embodied of the rose flame, of the golden rose frequency. Okay, so something is going on in the next like 2 to 4 weeks. So in like the next month, like wishes fulfilled, like the stars have aligned. The next like 3-4 weeks, like you're gonna see results in the physical. Now on the bottom of the deck, speaking of results, is the fish. This represents big money, big success, riches, investments, large quantities of things, you know, finances, resources, etc., etc. So there's something really positive flowing around that. And then the book. See, the book is great because this is beautiful because we're talking about the sacred golden rose lineage and the mysteries of the temple and all these things that were very secret, very sacred. And that's what I mean by the patriarch, by men. And a lot of us women, we hold a lot of anger and rage and resentment towards this stuff, towards men, towards the patriarch, towards the church, because of our past lives, because we knew what they did and how horrible they were and how they stole our knowledge, our teachings, our scrolls, our books, our wisdoms, and then used it, twisted it up, and, you know, have been doing really dark stuff with it ever since. So you're here for liberation. You're here to bring justice. You're here for divine union. You're here to live your best life. And this is a moment where, look at, hidden memories are opening up like the book. See, beautiful confirmation. It speaks of secrets, the unknown, philosophy, knowledge, education, manuscripts, authors, mystery. There it is, every single thing. Okay, and then look at this bottom of the deck. By the way, you guys, this new moon in Taurus, it brings forth, you're at a place of 0 point energy. The full is 0 point energy, meaning in the eyes of the universe, you cleared a lot of karma. You closed some major cycles. Completion is, it's like now you're ready. It's this leap of faith. It's new beginnings. It's stuff happening for you. Okay, stuff that brings stability and long-term success and abundance. Okay. This Taurus super new moon or whatever is powerful, you guys. This moon is doing something big. I just saw 444 again. Your intuition is opening on higher levels. The subconscious stuff is bubbling up from the subconscious. But it's about like fantasy, romance, affection, an invitation, sensuality, and divine feminine. We know the moon is feminine and the sun is masculine, right? So beautiful priestesses, beautiful goddesses, beautiful sisters of the golden rose, of the Magdalene lineage. And, you know, because I am a Magdalene priestess and I resonate with all of the rose, like different, the different rose frequencies, but I definitely am connected mostly to the blue rose, okay? Mother Mary is a blue rose priestess. So I'm very connected with the blue rose, but the golden rose lineage, like I said, it's more so like the higher levels of initiation. So when you're embodying and when you're actually like the high rose of a temple, you're the teacher. You're the one that, you have all the answers. You're the living embodiment of it. You know what I mean? So anyways, you guys, this is what I've got. I love you so much. Thank you. And again, we would love to have you in the mystery school. If you want to connect with me one-on-one, just email me, gypsycowgirltarot@gmail.com. We'll get you set up. And I think that's it. So I love you. Have a beautiful day. And yep, get ready. Get ready, because if this message reached you, it's happening. Okay, love you.